Hey fellow Avatar and Korra fans, I'm Avatar.4 here with another weekly, or not really weekly, now it's turned into monthly update, and that's pretty much because of the lack of news, like major lack of news, probably just as bad if not a little worse than the book 2 the wait for book 2, um, which is going to be the main uh, idea that I'm talking of this video. Um, Pretty much we haven't had anything really in the past month. Um, yeah, um, I'll talk to that after I get to the actual, yeah, after these like three kind of reminders slash not really news, but kind of speculation going on in the fandom. One happened with me on my Avatar fan site on Twitter, Avatar Central. I noticed Great Lau, the voice of Azula, she receives, of course, a lot of like um, tweets from Avatar and Korra fans. Some asking for like, we know she's gonna be in book 3. We know she's gonna be voicing a new character. She's gonna be a bad girl, as she said, but she's not a firebender. I think, or maybe she is a fire. I don't know, but she said. I think she said she's a bad girl and she's not a firebender. So, of course, people keep on saying like, who are you gonna be voicing in book 3? Who are you gonna be voicing in book 3? So forth. What's your character's name? I'm like, people, she's not allowed to just say that stuff. But she actually like favorited something that wasn't really asking that. It was more saying like, I can't. There was actually two tweets from a fan account for Korra. It was saying, I can't wait to see who you. Pretty much, I can't wait to see who you voice in Korra Book 3. I'm such a big fan. That type of thing. Then it got into, she favorited that just because of a fan. Because she often does that. She's nice about that. Then the second tweet kind of tried to get a little news, I think, without saying it like that. That short Netherlands trailer featuring book 3 footage, like the 15-second trailer that we got several months ago by now, like in early February. There was a picture of that and the picture of the mysterious airbending girl that was fighting the White Lotus in the trailer. And that fan account had a picture of that girl, or yeah, girl like flipping using airbending, and then the fan account tweet said, your voice as this character will be awesome. Can't wait to see it in book 3. And I think that was a way of them. Obviously, they haven't like confirmed that yet, or they would have announced it kind of as a news thing. So obviously that hasn't been confirmed yet, and I think that was just a way to kind of, you're more likely to get a chance of kind of hinting at something if you're not just asking directly, who are you going to be voicing? Are you going to be voicing this girl or someone else? But she actually favorited that, and what really got me kind of, it hinted at something, was that it said, your voice will be awesome as this character. And then it said, can't wait to see you as this character, and so forth. And then she favorited it. Then I started saying, did she just hint that she's voicing this character? Because it looks like she's a bad girl. She's fighting the White Lotus, and she's not a firebender, and that's all we know. But it's not. It doesn't look like anyone that we know. Some people say it's Korra with her hair down. It might be, but then again, she's fighting the White Lotus. But then again, they could be villains. We don't really know much about book 3, but I just don't see that as Korra. Just her hair, it kind of looks like it when it's down, but not really. I think it's someone else. I think that might be true, but I don't know. That's just a speculation going on. Obviously, she won't say whether it is or isn't. So, because she can't. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that's kind of exciting, I guess, just to think about that. It gives us something out of a drought. So then next, this is actually kind of a piece of news for Avatar comic fans. Jin Lin Yang, the author, and I think he just writes it. Yeah, he's the author of the Avatar comics. He works with Mike and Brian to make like The Promise, The Surge, The Rift, so on. And he's gonna be hosting a Avatar comics panel to talk more about what's to come in the Rift. That's gonna be at WonderCon later this month, April 19th. I can't remember the time, but anyway, April 19th. If you're that curious, you can look it up. Once again, that's WonderCon. Obviously, since it's Avatar comics, I wouldn't expect much from it. Maybe like a little sneak peek of like part 2 or something. Of the Rift, because it said what's to come in the Rift. So that's kind of exciting because I'm really excited. I've gotten really into the Avatar comics as I reread them, and for me, the second time around, they were better. So I'm really excited about that. Maybe we'll get to see a sneak peek of part 2 and maybe part 3, because we got a cover for both of them, and now we don't have a description for part 3, but we have a release date, which I guess I'll talk about now. I didn't think about it, but it is news because I haven't said it, I don't think. We got a cool looking cover for part 3 of the Rift. It featured Aang just like in Susan's comment, all the elements were swirling around him in the Avatar state, and he was fighting like this giant rock samurai looking spirit thing. So it looked awesome. And then the release date is November 18th. And I think November 5th in comic book stores, because it comes out 13 days earlier in comic book stores. I don't know why, but it is. So yeah, and part 2, if you didn't know, is coming out like mid-July. I can't remember the July 14th, I think, maybe, yeah. So yeah, I forgot about that, but yeah. Then now, I think that's all I was wanting to talk about before I kind of like express the low point that the fans are going through. So yeah, let's dive into that. As I said in the beginning of the video, there hasn't been anything, no new photos, nothing really significant, or nothing really at all. It's been kind of, it reminds me of the book 2 off season, yet this time we're hopeful because we got so much stuff in the past like 4 months, and we already know like we know like at least 8 episodes of book 3 are already completely done, and they were animating the last few episodes like in February, so I would think that'd be almost over. I don't know. I have a feeling Nickelodeon's kind of like pushing it off until fall again for some reason, or maybe summer. But yeah, we're kind of in a drought for news. They're already working on book 4, by the way. So I guess now this kind of happened with book 2 after we actually started getting stuff like every week, like we were doing. When this time with book 3, there was just, as soon as like, I don't know why, because I guess like they're trying really hard to finish it up and everything, that there's like 2 or 3 months it's just like nothing at all. I think this is that point for book 3. And I wish that, as I said in many videos, I'm not going to rant about Nickelodeon, I'm just saying like, I wish they would kind of keep us more up to date and be helpful to fans, like of Korra on Twitter. They reply to pretty much all of their other shows, even shows that have been canceled. And yet when Korra fans, they're not even asking for news or anything. They're just wanting, like, they just say, like, hey, I love Legend of Korra. That's an awesome show. Thanks for making it. And they just don't. Normally they, like, favorite that stuff, but with Korra, I don't know why. They were doing it. They only do that stuff when it's airing. They're really friendly when it's airing, and then they're just like, oh, forget you. You're the past. But anyway. And also they replied to one, like, months ago saying, if we get it, as soon as we get an update, we'll let you know. Hashtag Legend of Korra. And then, like, everyone kept on commenting, we've had an update for several months, yet you haven't done anything about it. You could have, like, at the very least done the product stuff. All you've gotten was a retweet, not even them actually saying it, that Korra's getting a merchandise line. And it's launching in May, and it's going to feature figurines and all that stuff. And it might be in stores, but knowing how they promote Korra, probably not. It's probably just going to be online. But, at the very least, we have a book 2 art book coming. And Brian Konecko has confirmed this. He's posted pictures of, like, the pages before them actually going to printing. I can't remember what he actually called the process of it, but he like laid out all of the whole book, even the cover, and said, here's a sneak peek of the art book for book 2. They could have at least done that, said, here's a picture of or I guess sneak peek of the book 2 art book coming to stores this September. Yes, we have our release date is September 16th. I forgot to say that again, man. Forgetting everything today. They could have at least done that. He's like, or at least say, we have a Korra book 2 art book coming along. It's coming along great. Can't wait for you guys to see it. Or like, yeah, just that. We're not asking for anything big. Of course, we'd like it, but we're not. I kind of like just tweeting them random things and keep on saying, I love Legend of Korra, I love Legend of Korra. And then some people was getting really mean with them. I'm trying not to be mean. I'm just stating the truth. They don't treat us like they should. Because they get our money when we buy all the products, yet they don't care about us, I don't think. Some are really mean, like, but it's kind of funny. Like, on Twitter, actually, what a coincidence. That same fan site that Great Lau favorited that I was talking about earlier, they, like, tweet them. So they were saying it was after that KCA. They're like, so, like, Ariana Grande's chilling backstage. They had a picture of her, and then, like, then they were like, you know who isn't backstage having fun? Korra, because for some reason she wasn't invited. And then, with like an angry face, they keep on saying this stuff. Oh my gosh, I wouldn't just say that stuff, but it's kind of funny. And of course they never reply, but it's kind of funny just to get on their nerves because they're getting on ours. But anyway, that's pretty much where we're at with the lack of news. That's what it's brought us to. Twitter wars with Nickelodeon. Pretty much. But we know it's coming soon, even if it doesn't seem like it. We know it is because they've confirmed it, and we're thinking fall, which will still be a fairly big amount, much as of a less weight than book 2. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully we'll get a trailer, start getting pictures weekly again. So yeah, stay tuned for more.